Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about the new episode of Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 13. Let's get right into this.
You know what? Eugene needs to train your ass. He can't control her at all, whatsoever.
Oh, my hubby?
Yeah.
Alright, so we are still in Hilton Head, the trip, so the group decided to do something a little bit differently. The women will be playing golf, and the men will be taking a cooking class. So the girls had their little cute golf outfits, they had drinks for them, but they can't really play, so some say, let's see who can hit the ball the furthest. Now, it was hilarious that they were hitting everything but the balls, okay? They were hitting the dirt, the air. It took several tries, although Sweet Tea was pretty good in her first try, okay? That one went pretty far. And then when they measured which ball was thrown the longest distance, it went to Sweet Tea, so Sweet Tea beat them in this golf game. The men, like I said, are taking a cooking class, but it's not really going to be a cooking class, so they break into groups, and this is going to be a competition. Now, Kemma's talking about this saying very manly, but let me tell you something. It takes a real man to know how to handle meat, season it, cook it, alright? So cooking is fun. The teams are Eugene, Greg, and Curtis. You know, whatever team had Eugene was going to win. We know that. But then the other team was Kemma, Cecile, and Damon. So each team has to make a dish. So they got to come up with something to do. But there's got to be Jack Daniels incorporated in the dish somehow. And they had a time limit. So they're cooking and they're doing all this stuff. And then they present their dishes to the judges. Team Cecile had like a brown rice with Jack Daniels sauce on the vegetables and some shrimp. The judges loved the vegetables, but the rice was undercooked. The other team had like some shrimps, grilled pineapple, and stuff like that with also a sauce. But theirs was a little bit more creative. They were both good. Both dishes were good according to the judges, but they decided that the winner of the challenge is Team Eugene. I love this. This was like Top Chef, Married to Medicine edition. So a little later, they come back in the house, and some of them are in the terrace playing some gigantic dominoes. And Eugene jokingly says, "Okay, bitch." So he was kind of like making fun of what had happened the night before. And Sweet Tea was like, "Too soon, too soon." But Eugene asked about how the baby girl comment made her feel, and they mentioned that Sweet Tea did apologize to Jackie this morning, but all Jackie said was, "Apologies are for you." But Greg really wants them to put this behind them, and so they can kind of like just move forward. Then Simone tells them that they're going to be getting on a boat. Now, history will tell us that Simone in a boat it's not a good result. It's not a good match. So hopefully this one will go well. Also, so they get ready, they get on their way to the boat, and on their way there, Phaedra did tell Heavenly and Jackie that when they were on the bus getting to Hilton Head, Kima had said that he didn't participate in oral sex. I really don't understand what the big deal is. Like, it really isn't that big of a deal. Like, some people are just different. What is it to them? So they get on the boat. Dr. Jackie got on there. It looked like she was about to give a striptease. I mean, she was feeling herself. So they're on the boat. They're kind of just hanging out. And Alicia was sitting next to Jackie. And Alicia says to Jackie that she was like, "You seem concerned about Sweet Tea." And Jackie then quotes the great Kathy Hilton and says, "I'm not concerned because silence is golden. You couldn't have paid me anything to say anything at all last night." Then Jackie, see, this is what I don't like. In her confessional, she says, "I do feel like I owe Sweet Tea an apology for not smacking her in the mouth like her mother should have." Now, why would you say that? That's not cool at all. She then goes in even more in her confessional and says, "Well, you know what? I did call her baby girl, and maybe that was an insult because she's married to an older man." She just kept throwing so much shade. And you know what, Dr. Jacqueline? Yeah, she has an older man, but at least he's with her. He doesn't leave the country half the time. Ooh. Okay, anyway. Meanwhile, Sweet Tea is talking to Toya, and she tells her that she was deeply hurt. She wants Jackie to accept her apology. because she feels bad about what happened. And Toya says, listen, she did already sort of tell you that she feels how she feels, so like she really ain't gonna accept your apology. But Toya acknowledges that Jackie was the one who provoked Sweet Tea. I mean, she was the one who said, get it out. So Sweet Tea responded. But Jackie was sitting alone for a few seconds, so Toya says, well, if you want to go talk to her, now's your chance. So Sweet Tea goes to talk to her, and Sweet Tea tells Jackie that she feels hurt and she felt emotional about what happened, and she even shed a tear. At least Jackie did admit that she knows that what she said was hurtful to Sweet Tea. She says that she's able to let it go, and she says that I'll set you free. But I'm just like, why is this woman incapable of apologizing? But again, it shows you the good heart that T has, that despite everything that happened, she still wants to apologize and she still wants to move past it. And she's happy that Jackie said that she was going to, put it behind them. Then it was time to eat, and the women are going to be ladies tonight, and they're going to serve their men as they should, okay, as they should. And Kemba, I think, likes to joke about it a little bit too much. So when Alicia was putting like a little napkin on his lap, he said, look guys, this is what well-trained looks like. And Jackie says, what did you just say? Women are not trained, sir. But they ended up all serving their men, and it became a little bit of a competition, like who did it best, who kissed them. Jackie actually planted a kiss on Curtis. The men were sitting outside and the ladies were inside, and they had this guy who was like part of the boat crew being a messenger, going back and forth. Toya tells them to please go ask the men if they need anything, and Eugene says, can you please tell the lady named Toya that she got deducted points for not kissing her husband? So then the guy goes and tells this to Toya, and Toya says, well, go and tell him that I'm going to kiss him in private. In his private. Oh my gosh. So because they were talking about privates, they sort of made fun of Alicia because she doesn't participate in oral transactions, which, like I said, is not that big of a deal. Some people have different tastes and like preferences, but gosh damn, Toya, she likes to poke and poke and poke and poke, because she kept bringing it to Alicia, asking things like, so you've never done it? How do you know what you don't like? Heavenly said she has done it all, and if she could put it in her ear, she would. Ew. I'm sorry, but that's disgusting. Anyway, Phaedra says something about you just need to get yourself a little rose toy, and Alicia says that, oh no, I don't have toys. So Toya keeps going. Oh, you don't have toys? He doesn't allow you? Why are you okay with him saying that he trains you? Alicia says, it doesn't bother me because I know he's joking. He's not serious. And I personally think that they might have like the traditional aspect of a marriage, but I do think that he is joking a little about it at this point. But Toya says, well, how did he train you? And Alicia says, it's not that he trained me, it's just a mutual respect to one another. Toya says, well, he got you well trained. And Alicia got tired and says, you know what, Eugene need to train your ass because he can't control her. Ooh. I was on the floor. I was like, thank you, Alicia. Thank you for standing up for yourself, honestly. Then Simone says, well, that's a loaded statement. A man should be able to control his wife? And Alicia says, but he should be able to give her, a look for her to settle down. And in their confessionals, Eugene and Toya were talking, and he said, I don't want to control my wife. I was just like, dude, we know. That's why she made fun of your private parts on national television, and we know that you don't want to control her. If being disrespected is what gets him off, then go ahead. Then Alicia says that Eugene needs to get a collar on Toya. This was crazy. But then it is time to get off the boat. And you know what? They didn't have any crazy fights. It went pretty smooth. It went pretty fun. The energy is nice and light. And so you know what? There might be something about this group that they actually seem friendly. No one was really missed. So then a little later, Simone had planned a little something. It was like a slumber party, and the setup, they had like little teepee houses. Now, no one's going to fit in there. At first I was like, are they going to go inside? Because they're so tiny, but it was a cute setup. And of course, it's going to be a couple exercise think, because they always do this in marital medicine in the trips. So each couple has an envelope where they're going to write down the biggest problem that they have in their marriage at the moment. Curtis wrote that Jackie spends too much time on social media when she gets home, and he kind of wishes that she would just be there present with him. Then Toya and Eugene weigh in on that about, sometimes when you come home from work, especially as doctors who have a long work day, you kind of just want to have your alone time because you're spending time with other people all day. And Curtis says that he understands that, but you still need to give time if the other person wants it. And Eugene says, yeah, absolutely. If she wants me to take out her weave, I will. And that kind of shocked everyone because Heavenly said that's not what a man should be doing. But interestingly enough, Kemma says that he's actually done that for Alicia before. Then Simone opens Kemma and Alicia's note, and it said, I think we would be further in our empire if we learned to work together. So Alicia is in real estate besides being a dentist, so she wanted to buy a lot of real estate property. But this man put a lot of their money in the stock market and crypto. Yeah, that pretend money on the internet. So had this man listened to Alicia, she can't help to think of all the money that they would have had they invested it in real estate, like, having these properties. Then Kemma throws her under the bus and says that he has to control the money because Alicia will spend all the money, apparently $120,000 out of nowhere. So he's saying that she is very irresponsible with her money, which that is crazy. And I hope they can navigate that because that could be detrimental. There's also a question about, do you think you're having enough sex? Damon says yeah. Eugene says yes, especially now that he has lost some weight. Cecile says they're in a better place, but it's not enough. T says that she is having enough, but because of her issues, she's sometimes not in the mood. But when she is, she tear the house down. Phaedra was just there, single, enjoying herself. I kind of felt bad that she didn't have anyone, but I don't think she minded. And then that was the end of the episode. Again, nothing crazy in this couple session. Next week is the season finale, so that will be very exciting. I can't believe the season is over. That's kind of sad, but I'm glad we're going to see this reunion pretty soon. So, you guys, what were your thoughts about this episode? Were you proud that Alicia stood up to Toya? I was, because again, I feel like Toya loves to poke the bear, so, it is what it is. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.